What's up, YouTube? What's up, social media? It's me, D Hill, back with a review of Beverly Hills, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 18. You know what time it is. It's time to throw those peanuts at these reality shows and get a good laugh and a good breakdown. Once again, this is a review, not a recap, so this is just me going through what I saw and what I feel about the episode, but more so this season, because I have yet to give any opinion or what I think is going on this season with The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So let's just start with this episode. Sorry if y'all hear noise in the background. You know, I'll be out and about. Yeah, this episode picks up with Kathy taking the ladies out to this retreat at this nice, luxurious hotel. It's Kathy Hilton. You can't expect any less. But let's just get right into the nitty-gritty. Erica and the whole drama fiasco with her and Tom Girardi, that is the bulk of this season. That's the drama. That's where everything is centered around. And I'm starting to question, are Tom and Erica using this platform, this show, to help paint the picture of, their whole image? Because I find it very peculiar all of a sudden, and hold on, and FYI, or just let me put this out there, everything I'm saying on this video is alleged. I do not personally know these ladies or anyone involved with this show. So Tom, apparently from this episode, they're saying that he's now under some conservatorship with his brother and that he's being sent off to some mental institution, possibly alleged, because of his neuro issues. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And so it's like, oh wow, is this how convenient is this, or inconvenient? Because for the families, the victims of this whole lawsuit that's stemming around, it's not fair to them. But I find it to be very convenient that, oh Tom, now all of a sudden you're forgetting, your memory's going bad, dementia. Where's the money, Tom? Oh, it's so easy to say you're up in age and you forgot. It makes me think, Tom, was this calculated? Did you purposely know that you were having dementia issues, your mental health was declining? Did you know that? And could you have possibly been like, F it, and you're just going to do whatever you want to do with this money that's missing, allegedly? And also the money with the they said also they cheated out a lot of a lot of money that they took out for loans and stuff. I mean, they were just balling, knowing, I guess, that, hey, his mind's going bad, so why not live it up? Live your best life, in the words of Jocelyn Hernandez. Do it like a show day, baby. So it's like, what's really going on, Tom? Lawyers can be very calculated. But moving right along, let's get into Sutton. Sutton, I think she is a great addition to the show, a breath of fresh air. I think, the viewers like her. She, I think, reads well with, the viewers, because she's one that is not afraid to be, I guess, confrontational and speak her mind and ask the questions. But at the same time, I don't like how the other ladies are using her as a scapegoat. Kyle with the good hair, and Dorit, and any other ladies. Yes, I don't think it was classy or cool that she had this meeting behind Erica's back, but at the same time, I do understand if you are in a group or the midst of someone that you're trying to befriend or be friends with, and then all of these allegations and things come out, I definitely can understand and feel the ladies where they were coming from, as far as saying, hey, how does this, reflect on us? Indirectly, but not directly. So I understand how the ladies have concerns, but don't sit around and then talk about her behind her back and then use Sutton as a scapegoat and then not chime in as though y'all had nothing to say about it. Because clearly, from the viewers watching the show, we can see, Kyle and Dorit, that you have a lot to say as well as Sutton has to say. So, I mean, I can't wait to see the reunion. I wonder what Erica's going to say, because she's going to see the playback. I mean, I just feel like Garcelle who I think is a great addition to the show. Shout out to Andy and the Bravo, the production team for, diversifying this cast, with Krista Monkoff. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. And Garcelle, love it. Like Garcelle said, it seems like it's the same formula each season. First it was, well, I won't say first, but before it was Denise Richards. Well, before it was Denise Richards, how they all ganged up on her. It's always that formula where someone has to be the one they have to pick on, it seems. And before that, it was Brandy Glanville. But yeah, and I feel like they are manipulating Sutton the same way Lisa Vanderpump manipulated Brandy to do the dirty work, to be the one to be confrontational, and then when she's called out, she's acting like she doesn't know what's going on. But they all have things to say and talk about when Erica's not around. But when Erica's around, they only want to allow one person to chime in. And I don't think that's fair to Sutton, but I also don't think Sutton minds it. But I think Sutton also gets besides herself when Erica pops off, which I think that is so funny. Erica is just so cut and dry. She's like, you have nothing to say to me. Why are you talking to me? The door is closed. I wonder if that's how Tom Girardi be talking to her. Just saying. But yeah, Erica, some things she's saying really ain't adding up, but at the same time, we aren't there, we don't know. So it's really not fair to, once again, accuse someone of something if you really weren't there and you don't know, and you're just going off hearsay. All we can do is just watch the thing unfold and play out. Moving on, Garcelle, great addition to the show. My Aries sister. Very much like an Aries, bold, very not afraid to express how they feel and ask questions. And I think this episode, she did open up a little bit more, expressing how she feel as though she has to be the one trying to fit in. And I guess I can see that or understand that, given the industry that she's in, the entertainment industry. I can understand that she probably walks into the room. Also, I think she has a modeling background, and and also a Haitian descent, walking into a room with people maybe not understanding her culture, her background, and things of that nature. So I definitely, what she said resonated with me. Dorit, still serving fashions. This season, new fashion line. The previous episode, the wedding dresses look beautiful. Dorit is very stylish, very stylish. I don't understand why she keeps nagging at Garcelle. Like this episode, she wanted to chime back in on episode. Like Kathy said, I thought y'all did the issue. Why are you still bringing this up? Why are y'all still talking about it? And sometimes I feel like Dorit just likes harping on things at times. And speaking of Kathy, Kathy is hilarious. She's a breath of fresh air. I don't know if she's smart and she's playing up on the comic relief, aspect, but her one-liners and I think she's hilarious. Her personality, if I were to hang out with her and she's really like that on the show, I would be cracking up laughing all the time. Kyle with the good hair. Once again, I think Kyle low-key is one of the type of individuals that they live for the drama, especially if it doesn't involve them, but they like to insert themselves by being nosy behind the scenes, but yet want to find somebody else to ask the questions that they want to know. Because the previous episode, or maybe two previous episodes, when Erica said to Sutton about suing her, I think Cal was doing a lot of self-projecting onto Sutton. And I think when Sutton was threatened with that lawsuit by Erica, I felt that's what Cal was like going for. Like, she doesn't know what to ask, doesn't know how to ask, because she doesn't want that lawsuit. She doesn't want that heat from Erica. Who's also next? Crystal Munkoff. Other than the early drama and beef she had between Sutton, to be honest, I don't really see what she's bringing to the show. I can't really imagine her being invited back next season. I don't think the viewers are really getting to know her. She's not really bringing anything out of storyline. Like, she serves no purpose on the show. I'm just saying, I mean, the only interesting thing is her husband, I think created Lion King, he was the animator for the show, for the movie. I mean, who else is on the cast? Oh, how can we forget Lisa Rinna? This season, she's definitely taking a back seat because everything is on who's being the one that's stirring the pot this season is definitely it's not just Sutton, but they're making it seem like it's Sutton. But but this episode, I mean, again, Lisa Rinna is kind of hypocritical, like Garcelle said. How are you going to call somebody out when you're doing the same thing that you did to Denise Richards? But overall, this episode was, once again, let's be invited out somewhere. Let's try to duck and dodge one another. Hence, Erica with the dog in the car. I have my dog in the car, so I gotta get on the road. And then Sutton being rolled around in that wheelchair with her foot issue right around the same time that it's time to go on this trip. Ladies, it's so obvious. Y'all are just trying to avoid one another. But, as usual, things go down at the dinner. And I can tell it kind of irritates Kathy because, like Kathy said when she had dinner at her home, you want to enjoy the meal. You don't want to have this type of energy around, especially when you're eating. But Kathy, I guess, in those moments sees what she signed up for. But nonetheless, this season is very entertaining. I am a fan of the franchise of the real Beverly Hills Housewives because, it's soft shade. It's very subtle, but still hilarious. And I just find it funny, and I enjoy the fashions. So yes, that's my review on this episode 18 on season 11 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And just an overall review of what I think is going on this season. Let me know what y'all think about it. Drop down in that comment box. Don't forget to like, click, and subscribe and share. And as I always say, be inspired, be motivated, and above all else, don't forget to laugh because I truly know it's the best medicine.